Hey, what's up? This is Paul Solt, and I want to demo a iPhone app for Hario V60. So if you make Hario V60 with either a size 2 or maybe the size 1, this app is designed for you. I brew Hario V60 every morning, and this is the app that I use to make coffee every morning. So what I like about this is that I can easily choose my brew method. I don't have to do any math. It will calculate all the math. If I need to adjust my weight, let's say I want to make for 2 people, I can go up to around 40 grams and I'm good to go. It's calculated the amount of water I need based on my ratio, and it will tell me the number of servings. Super awesome. All right. And there are additional details, so you can control the timing. So if you want to do like a 45-second bloom, you can do that to follow something like James Hoffmann. And if you need to adjust your pour time, you can go down to 2 minutes and then finish by 3 minutes. So it's very simple. There aren't any extra pours in this. It's one sort of pace, and you get to decide how many pours you want to do. That is a knob that you can control, or you just sort of follow along with the pace and you don't worry about it. The other thing that you can customize is your coffee ratio. I am going to be doing a 16.2 to 1. And you could do stronger. I typically do 17 for Chemex, but we're just sticking with Hario, so I'm going to do 16 to 2. But you could go down to 15, whatever your recipe you're going to be following. For the bloom ratio, I typically do around 2 to 1, but sometimes I go a little bit over. I don't worry about that too much. So if I pour more than I need to, that's fine. If you follow other people, they'll be doing like a 3 to 1 or something bigger than that. But this is a good sort of starting point. All right, so there's a bunch of additional controls. You can always reset the recipe if you accidentally mess it up. So you can go back to a default recipe that's going to taste good. All right, so let's dial this in. We're gonna do a 21 gram pour. That's my typical recipe that ships in the app. I find this is a good amount of coffee. Other recipes from James Hoffmann you'll see is like 15 grams. It's not a lot of coffee. So I want a little bit more. And this is the recipe that I learned at Joe Bean. So I just made this amazing cup of coffee at Joe Bean, or from the beans from Joe Bean. Mind you, this was in my freezer. So I store all of my coffee in the freezer that I'm not using. I have backup bags there when I run out because I'm actually out of all of my freshly roasted coffee. This is another bag I've got that's in the freezer. We're going to pull this out, and we are going to be brewing with this in the next video. So I'll take you on a tour of my recipe in the next video. So that's the app. When I'm using the app, I hit the start button. There are sound effects to give you audible cues, which really help in the whole brew process so that you know how much water to pour. And what's really important is this number down here. You see your total weight, you see the timer, and you don't have to think, you just follow along. And so when you hear those audible cues, you'll see that it's going to walk us through the stages up in the top here. And at 30 seconds, we'll go into our pour. So you'll see it animates, it goes into the next stage. There's a single pour stage in this recipe because I just use this as a pacer. So you could continuously pour. That's probably going to cause a lot of agitation and extract more bitter and make stronger coffee. So if you want to be wired, like pour continuously with your gooseneck kettle, so you'd be just pouring continuously, you could do that. I don't do it that way. I pour in stages. So I fill it up and then I pause. And then I wait for the water to go down. And I typically, if you've got an overhead light up above you, you will see there is a white highlight. It's a specular highlight. That's usually my cue to add more water. So I wait 5 to 10 seconds, then I pour again. If you want to follow James Hoffmann's recipe, his is something I've got a prototype of, but I don't have this in the app. His has multiple pours. So if you want to try this beta, I'll have a beta of this shortly, but this one's got a bunch of pours, and this is in a test mode. So you can see that it's going to pour, then pause, then pour, then pause. Now this is not in the main app because this is way more complicated. And this is just prototype, see if I like it or not. I'm testing these 2 different brew methods. So that's kind of how the apps work. And you can see right here, this one's very simple. It's just counting up. And at 2 minutes and 10 seconds, this recipe is going to finish. And we're going to be done with the actual pouring portion. So you're done pouring with your gooseneck kettle. And then we're waiting for it to drain. Now, this is where if you have an Ethiopian or let's say a decaf, you're going to have issues where that doesn't drain as fast as you like. And so that's where you have to sort of tweak some of the parameters. I'm not going to get into the nuances of that, but this app keeps you on track. So you know if you're falling behind, if your coffee, maybe in the next pour, you can sort of figure out, okay, I got to be a little bit more aggressive. I got to pour more up front because I know it's going to drain slower. And the other variable that you control is how much agitation. One trick that you could do is if you pour, and I've been playing around with this, if you pour onto a spoon, you are going to cause the water to go horizontal rather than straight down. And so that can really reduce the agitation, but it also prevents some of the stronger flavors from coming through. And so if you pour straight down, it can be a very turbulent and it disturbs the bed of coffee. The bed of coffee acts like a filter. This is something that Lance has talked about. And so if you don't disturb it as much, you can allow that to prevent those super fine particles from clogging one of your paper filters. And that can slow down your brew, which can just elongate the time, but also it's the agitation. So it's a combination of how long it's in contact with the coffee, but it's also how turbulent and disruptive are your pours. And that's all going to play into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through my recipe in the next video, and we're going to see exactly how I use my app to brew a Hario V60. And then maybe I'll take you through my experimental app that has James Hoffmann's recipe, and we'll try that, and then we'll do a taste comparison. So if you're interested, hit the like button. I've got a link for this app. This is totally free to use right now. It's in test flight beta, and it's going to be on the App Store. I'm going to probably launch it for free initially, and then there might be a subscription. If you get it while it's free, it'll be free for life. If you get it later on, then it's going to be a paid product. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video. Have a great day and enjoy your coffee.